Bay Area. Just, you didn't miss anything. It's a 6-point game. We're heading into the third. Kuminga, how about prettier basketball there? That was sweet.
Let's wrap up with a quick celebration analysis. Gui Santos looks like he's going to be the first person to head tap, but it's not head tap the play. It's I'm patting my head to acknowledge that you just slammed a basketball against someone's skull. And Lester Quinonez is beginning his head tap move. Good reflexes, both of you. That's what youth can do for you. And Trayce Jackson-Davis, whoa, look at the peer pressure. He starts doing raise the roof, but then he senses that everyone else is patting their heads. And mid raise the roof, ooh, smooth pivot. It looked like he meant it the entire time. Trying to look innocent so no one will question why he's got his left hand raising the roof and the other hand tapping his head. Don't worry, Trayce. You got 2 celebrations for the price of 1. We won't tell a soul. I can't resist talking about one last play. Just a couple seconds left. Draymond, to his credit, not going for the fake just after the buzzer shot, which protects your 3-point percentage. No, this is real and it's spectacular. Time for a quick celebration audit. It's always a little dangerous running with your tongue out, especially if Steph Curry is going to fly in and body bump you. But Draymond carefully retracts his tongue for the impact. Podziemski offering Draymond the high five, and Draymond leaves him totally hanging. Draymond and Podge giving Draymond second chance with the low five. So far, Draymond is handling the basic daps just fine here. Moses Moody coming in with 5 fingers. Draymond responding with high five, maintaining dap parity. But look what's happening here. This is Klay Thompson. Klay is not giving Draymond the high five. He is in fact going for the high 3. If Draymond comes in with the high 5, this is going to throw off the dap parity and possibly imbalance everyone's chi. So let's see if Draymond can come through against his greatest challenge yet. Ladies and gentlemen, he's done it. Matching the high 3 with the high 3. Now that is championship caliber composure.
One more bucket. One more bucket or one more stop. Trayce Jackson-Davis. Oh! He put the entire country of France in the basket. Take that 8-foot wingspan with you. Woo!
That is his welcome to the league moment. Dunked on by another rookie.
Here's Trayce about to damage American-French diplomatic relations. Gary Payton II runs out to celebrate. Victor Wembanyama almost takes him out, but he fights through it like a champion, gives Trayce a little shove to the kidneys. Good job. Jerome Robinson is in full I'm blown away mode. Lester Quinonez is completely prone on the ground. Let's see how he ended up over there. Lester Quinonez, he flows the synchronized air dunking directly into a interpretive dance of the collapse of Western civilization, and then flows that straight into a tapping of the head to signify that Wembanyama's head has been baptized by the basketball. Lester going full method acting for this. Wow. More head pats. Lester gets back up, goes straight into the I am deceased celebration. Good collab here with Jerome Robinson and Moody giving a helping hand. Well, all these antics are good and fun, but it's good to see Steve Kerr keeping it professional, keeping it, well, all right, you can't begrudge the man one that was nasty stank face.
Klay out of the corner. Oh, what a dunk! The spike from Kuminga has the bench going nuts.
All right, JK going up for the putback. Of all people, Andrew Wiggins is the first to react. Gui Santos would have incredible hops off the bench. We have Trayce Jackson-Davis putting out a hand, very Shakespearean looking raise the roof celebration. GP2, Gary Payton II, is going to wander out slowly and flows straight into his trademark dunk celebration. He does a head scratch. I don't really know how he came up with it, but it's really, really rude. It's more of a, oh, did I just dunk on your head? Sorry for putting a basketball-sized dent in your skull. And of course, Lester Quinonez and Jerome Robinson, he's going to end up patting his head, but he's already got it all planned out. He knows he wants to fall down deceased, but he's scoping out the landscape so that he doesn't actually injure himself. Good job, Lester. Safety first. And here, Lester, yeah, he's got the head tap flowing into the I'm having a brain hemorrhage move. And I don't think this is pre-planned. I think this is just good chemistry here. Jerome starts doing CPR on Lester. Their combined talents unlock a whole new world of joint celebrations. Just as there's no I in team, there is no I in celebration. We need to do a quick celebration analysis of the bench after Steph's go-ahead three. We've got Anthony Edwards here going for the I'm squatting at the salle de bain. Derrick White got the threes on each side. He's going for the right-hand rule and the left-hand rule. That's okay. Bamonte over here doing jumping jacks. Halliburton staring lovingly at Steph saying, hey man, if you drafted me in 2020, we'd both be destroying the league right now. And I really like Drew Holiday's face here. He's somewhere between the 1,000-yard stare and the what have you done. It's just Drew Holiday whispering to himself, the horror, the horror.
Game communication, in-game communication, but I spent a lot of time with our team, whether it's on the road or at home at practice, those types of things. It's good. It's good. We got a flop there, huh, Fitz?
Yeah, Looney wiped him out.
All right, let's do a bench audit. Here's Ellis about to take a dramatic slide. And look at the speed here. The first person to react here is assistant coach Jacob Rubin, jumping up in outrage at the flop. Moody hasn't even taken his shot yet. Steve Kerr, also good reaction time. He's second up off the bench. He immediately starts making the symbol of a flop. Flop, flop. He's looking at the ref, but it doesn't look like the ref is reacting. Everyone, if you believe in flopping, make the flopping symbol. We can do this together. All right, Trayce Jackson-Davis, little flop motions with his hand here. Good job, Trayce. Lindy Waters, he's got a rather elegant little flop signal here. I like the extension. And now Brandin Podziemski is going to step up. He's going to make the flopping motion with his left hand because he's left-handed. We're so close, but we still need a little bit more power. And in the moment of our greatest need, Lindy Waters comes through with the double-sided flop signal. With the combined power of our left hand and right hand techniques, a new unstoppable flopping signal. Amazingly, it works. The ref is going to call a flop. And it just goes to show you the power of friendship. Kyle Anderson with one of the more chill fast break dunks you'll ever see, but the bench still gives him a proper celebration. So we should do a proper celebration audit. First up off the bench is Jackson Rowe, very nice. Gui Santos not far behind. And Gui Santos is the first with arms up. The Rocky celebration pose, an oldie but a goodie. And Trayce Jackson-Davis quickly going up with the raise the roof. He beats Jackson Rowe to the punch here. But Jackson Rowe pumping his roof raisers up and down. That kind of bidirectionality, I think, is in fact more hype than Trayce's admirable static raising of the roof. But hang on, it didn't look good for Steph Curry here because he is in fact seated, so he certainly could not raise the roof as high as the people who are taller and are standing up. But he's not only raising the roof with his hands, but he brings in foot technology to raise the roof. He's going full quadruped on the roof, folks. That's the kind of savvy that's going to put this fella in the Hall of Fame.
Knock them off. But when everybody has a chance, it's so great for so many different fan bases around. And not that everybody's chance to win a title. Nice footwork by Kuminga. But it just makes it so interesting. I think
it's time for an instant celebration audit. Lots of clapping. Steph clapping. Buddy Hield standing up to support his teammate with a standing ovation. Oh, wait. What is Buddy doing? Buddy Hield is signaling a travel. What is going on? Buddy, you got to be supporting your teammate. I think that was a clean move, too. Who will stop this man? Do we have friendly fire mode turned on? And what? Okay, one of the Warriors stepping in to stop this travesty. And who is the voice of reason? it is De'Anthony Melton slapping down the arm. Good job, De'Anthony. But I guess if you're going to troll your teammate, then up 28 in a preseason game, maybe this is the time to get it all out of your system.
The funny thing is, in that game, the team only took 11 threes.
That's right.
The NBA has changed.
Trayce Jackson-Davis, you cannot teach hands. This was a near steal. This was going to be a turnover.
Rayan Rupert, to his credit, he does kind of try to contest this, which makes it look so much cooler. That means it is time for an instant celebration audit. Let's see, we've got Looney going for a classic two-handed raise the roof celebration. Very nice. Lindy Waters patting his head in the NBA tradition of saying that you bounced a ball off of someone's cranium. Gui Santos here with the arms out, miming being blown back with a lot of force into his teammates. I thought Steph was doing his raise the roof with all four of his limbs, so going full quadruped on the roof, but I think we have to rewind this and see what's happening. Okay, Steph, though, getting the award for first celebrator. He's actually grabbing Buddy Hield's arm and trying to pull him down. Yeah, I thought this was Steph's raise the roof, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad edition, but actually I think this is just a good old-fashioned conniption.
Be more selfish offensively. He's got to stop the front. Here's a zone here by New Orleans. Look at this. Look at this.
Steph flashing a 3, but he's got the I lost my soul to rock and roll 3. Nice variety there, and I like the waving around. Very energetic. Trayce Jackson-Davis here showing the different variant, which is just the European counting 3. It's got the two-handed version. De'Anthony Melton is doing something interesting here. Let's go back and see what's up. Okay, De'Anthony Melton is doing the John Cena You Can't See Me. He's going with the full 5-finger John Cena, but there is a variant out there where you put up 3 fingers in front of the face and you turn the John Cena into a John Threena, and you turn the You Can't See Me into the You Can Three Me. So, still an excellent celebration, but it just goes to show even for the pros, there's always room for improvement. I can't resist talking about one more play. Podziemski forces a turnover, although the ref misses the call. And because Podziemski is doing his one-man show version of Medea, the referee says, I rate your performance a T. Let's use our super advanced lip-reading technology to see what Podziemski and Kerr have to say about this. Podziemski says, it's our ball. And Steve Kerr says, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Just play. Mime play. Podziemski needs some calming down, and what better way to soothe the senses than some mime play? Who can resist the jaunty, inventive, slightly menacing French art form? Nice mime hand, Steve. Once again, you've proven to be a master of psychology and not too shabby at mime.
4-point lead, 2.5 remaining in overtime. Slo Mo putting it up and in. Talk about deceleration from slow to slower, and it worked.
Kyle Anderson really lived up to his nickname Slo Mo in this play. Someone once said that Kyle Anderson's shot looks like it has 2-factor authentication. Hey, it works. All right, the first contestant in the Kyle Anderson impersonation contest is Gui Santos. He turns the getting up into his first Euro step. That is efficiency. And then here comes a second Euro step. Really nice emphasis. Gui really makes you believe that he's carrying a basketball very slowly. And then he goes up for the shot. Full marks for completeness. But to be honest, this is one contest in which it maybe is not that valuable to be first because of the essential pokiness of the whole maneuver. Draymond staggering out and really emphasizing how long Anderson held each step. But wait, we do have some late entries into the contest. Lindy Waters comes in with his swinging the ball from one side to the other. I don't know about that, Lindy. I think you might have to practice that one. Steph says, no, let me show you how it's done. Steph goes for the 1 Euro step. I don't know why he's sticking his butt out extra far. That makes his impersonation extra funny. Steph is really, really lingering on this first Euro step. But Steph has now inspired Lindy Waters to take a second shot at this. And even D'Anthony Melton is coming in with a fake Euro step. That's leadership for you.
Let him finish. 12 in each half. Kyle Anderson out of the timeout. Driving and spiking. Stuffed George in the basket.
Kyle Anderson going up for a dunk, which is unexpected to say the least. I like how Gui Santos, Andrew Wiggins, Moses Moody, their mouths literally drop open in surprise. Moses Moody looks like the surprise emoji. Lindy Waters showing some hops. He gets pretty good air on this. Gui Santos blown away. Pat Spencer going for the primal yell. D'Anthony Melton looks generally positive about the whole thing. And Wiggins going for the classic I smell something nasty look. Very nice stank face. The final touches, Gary Payton II charges in. He's not satisfied with doing a that was nasty face. He goes all the way into I smell something nasty and I demand to see the manager. Oh, Gary.
Derrick White now inches up on Curry. Now Horford on the switch. 7 to shoot. Curry gets in the lane, kicks it out. Hield the three-pointer. It's good! Buddy Hield from downtown!
We've got a wide variety of things happening on the bench here. We've got Coach Jerry Stackhouse, defensive coordinator, going nuts on the sideline. I love the enthusiasm. Gary Payton II. All of the celebrations look like he's complaining to the manager. That's the man who stole the last blue light special from me. Moses Moody, high and proud with his left arm. He's doing the Statue of Liberty. Good job, Moses. Gui Santos is keeping his threes low in Spider-Man formation. Looks good. I guess that's appropriate when playing against the Green Goblins. And Kyle Anderson really going for a classical Shakespearean look. I knew him, Horatio, a man of infinite swish. And what the heck is going on here? All right, when does this tomfoolery begin? Hield goes up, and this is truly impressive stuff. Way before the ball reaches its arc, D'Anthony Melton is already hugging Trayce Jackson-Davis, pulling up the extremely premature three. Oh, Trayce leans into it and hugs D'Anthony back, and he's got his dramatic arm out too. And then as the ball goes through, Trayce leaning into the whole we're two theater kids and we love life. This is an absolute top tier duo celebration.
Melton down the lane. Steph, that trail sidestep three. Good!
He never loses his confidence.
The Thunder take time. Curry, the closer, with 34.
Let's wrap up with a celebration audit. As the ball is in the air, Lindy Waters III starts moving his hands up to his face. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the world's first premature night-night celebration. He even beats Steph to the night-night. Steph coming in with the official night-night. Gui Santos is also kind of coming with the night-night pretty quick on the trigger. Looks good. And Steph acknowledging Draymond Green, and he throws in just a little quick subliminal night-night. Draymond appears to be trying to innovate here. I think this is the world's first stank face night-night celebration, but now Steph is putting him in a tricky situation. He's coming in with the side five. Is Draymond going to break up his stank face night-night in order to dap up his colleague of so many years? And look at that. With the wisdom of Solomon, Draymond uses his right hand to go for the side five, but he keeps up the night-night status with his left hand. Beautiful. And he does not break character. He looks as grumpy as ever. In fact, I like how he throws the side five and then he kind of looks away, like he's saying, man, do you know what hour it is? You are disturbing my sleep. Which part of night-night do you not understand? Thank you, Draymond, for your full commitment to the bit.
Here's the switch you want, they'll clear out. Doncic will defend Curry.
A screen by Green, the switch to Lively. 3, Curry.
We might as well go straight into a celebration audit. Steph going into the night-night celebration. Let's see how the bench is doing. We've got Gui Santos doing the night-night. Very nice. Quinton Post getting in on the night-night. Good job. Lindy Waters the third going night-night, and he always does his Lindy hop to make it extra festive. And what in the world is going on here? This is Eric Hausen, the head of team operations. He is giving a standard OK3 celebration, but man, he is so stony-faced. Mr. Hausen, why are you so intense? My God, this is a bit chilling. While we're here, we should collect some important data. I have a running theory that night-nights are almost always done towards the dominant shoulder of the night-nighter. So Lindy Waters is going towards his right shoulder, Quinton Post, right shoulder, Gui Santos, right shoulder. That's all good. Steph, we saw, was going this way. I've seen him from behind. That was his right shoulder. And now, here's the important data. Trayce Jackson-Davis is doing the night-night towards his left shoulder because Trayce Jackson-Davis is left-handed. So this theory predicts that left-handed Podziemski will night-night towards his left shoulder. So in the name of science, we're going to rewind. Brandin Podziemski has begun the night-night initiation process. Brandin Podziemski has indeed put the night-night towards his left shoulder. Whew, what a relief.
And that will be our final score. Closer than you would have thought. Warriors have a 24-point lead. They win it. Anderson. Are they going to count that? They've got to go to replay to see if that counted. I think that was good.
Kyle Anderson played with the Memphis Grizzlies, so he knows all the guys.
Yeah, this is as exercise as Steve has been, and it's at the youngest official, Andy Nagy. He just thought he had a little look at Steve is he's not happy with the most junior of the three officials.
He's giving him a piece of his mind.
Warriors get the win, 123-118.
Steve Kerr starts yelling at the ref, and he gets a little closer and closer to the referee, and my man Moses Moody makes a beeline right for the fireworks. He tries to box out Steve Kerr from the ref. So far, so good, but Steve Kerr is a wily man, and look how good he is at moving off ball. First, he uses Pat Spencer as a moving screen on Moody. Moody follows Kerr over the screen. Kerr sees that he can use this stagger screen from Trayce and Podziemski. Great technique to run by the screen shoulder to shoulder. Look at this level of alarm on Moody's face. He realizes it's about to get real in the Whole Foods parking lot. His coach is going feral and he's about to go Draymond on a ref. Moody, he needs a second man to rotate to help. Who will save us in our hour of need? Amazingly, Gary Payton II in full Jedi regalia shows up just in time. The referee makes the mistake of touching Steve Kerr. I don't know if the NBA can suspend you for sending massive amounts of negative chi into a ref, but GP2 does not want to find out, and he cleverly breaks the connection. Moses Moody once again proves to be the Warriors' designated driver.
Bogdanovich knocked away. Kuminga with a great steal. Buddy Hield down the lane.
Yeah, a lot of times that's what you need to get going. An easy bucket, rub the floor.
Daniel spinning. Steph with a good hand. Final 8 seconds. Wiggins in the open floor.
Steph was going to take his time, but then he realized, well, Andrew Wiggins is running. Might as well take the easy one.
Gary Payton II immediately goes into the Christ the Three-Deemer celebration. And since GP2 got there first, it's important to study how will GP2's early celebration influence Trayce Jackson-Davis and Gui Santos? Well, you might say the scientific method would demand a control run where GP2 is not there, and I would say you're right. So I have obtained a control run Earlier in the same game, GP2 is on the court, and we can see without the experimental condition of GP2 being in their face, Gui Santos goes for 2 arms straight up, the Rocky pose, very nice. Trayce Jackson-Davis, 2 arms straight up, open palms. That's a raise the roof celebration. So that's the control run. So as expected, Gui Santos raises his arms to go into the Rocky pose, but you can see the emotional turmoil within him. His arms want to go Rocky, but he's looking at GP2 and his brain wants to go flat, and he ends up just kind of sideways, but still very festive. In the meantime, Trayce Jackson-Davis goes straight for his raise the roof celebration, but now he's torn because GP2's arms are very close to flat, so his arms start creeping down until I'm afraid to say that we can no longer call this a raise the roof celebration. This is more of a making yourself a big Y than the YMCA dance. And yet still, this is about 45 degrees, and GP2 is much closer to level here. Will GP2's charisma influence Trayce to lower his arms down to 3-deemer territory? And yes, Trayce has fully synchronized his angle to be the same as GP2's angle. A good sign that the young gun is willing to follow veteran leadership.
Using time wisely. Now down to 10. Now he's got Van Vliet on him. Kuminga to the rim. New career high in the bucket. And again, stick with the ball screens. We had Buddy Hield run over there. You didn't like that look.
This is a hold me back celebration where Draymond Green threatens to storm the court, and he has to be held back by Gui Santos and Steph Curry. Very nicely done. Good synchronization, guys. And I like that Draymond Green even gets in one lurch that is successfully held back by Gui and Steph. Gui detaches like the booster rocket of a Saturn V. Second phase, for young men, the light violence that passes for affection. Draymond Green with a solid chest bump. You can see it actually throws Kuminga's head back a little bit. Steph coming in for the follow-up, but look at how fast the young guy is learning. He puts his left arm in the way to prevent Steph from getting a full chest bump in. Ooh, just in time. Quick reflexes, but does the wily veteran give up? Not at all. Steph maneuvers to the left, sees that JK has kept up his left arm shield, so Steph goes around it and body slams JK on his right side. Kaboom. Wow, he really got in a hit there. But it looks like everyone's walking away okay, and the NBA concussion protocol is pretty loose, so no harm, no foul.
Draymond down the lane to dunk it down! Exclamation point! And he went night-night himself! He's doing it.
All right, we have to do an instant celebration audit. Now, Draymond, I know you just dunked on your mortal enemy, but first of all, these hands are offset very awkwardly, so we lose some artistic merit points there. And secondly, his hands are way too high. They're sticking up above his head. They're not nice and tenderly next to his face. And worst of all, his left arm is blocking his mouth and his nose. There is no air involved in this process. This is an anaerobic night-night, which is no good. You need oxygen for a good night's sleep. Otherwise, this is going to lead to sleep apnea and all kinds of ill health. So, Draymond, you earned the night-night, but we do have to tighten it up.
You got to keep going, though. You don't want to relax here, get complacent. You need to keep scoring. In Denver, you were up 6 with a minute and a half. In Houston, you're up 6 with a minute and a half. You're up 8 coming down to 2 minutes here. Schroeder didn't want that 3. Give it to the hottest warrior. Curry's got another one. 3 threes in the last 2 minutes.
And Steph is celebrating with Schroeder, much to the chagrin of this crowd. That is an amazing extra pass. Find the hot man.
We might as well go straight into a celebration audit. We've got 3 kings wearing gifts for the baby Threesis. Buddy Hield says, I come bearing 1 3-gun and the second 3-gun for dual wielding flexibility. Very nice. Gui Santos says, I come bearing the I've got ice in my veins celebration. I've never fully understood the the logic behind the celebration. Are you injecting an icy 3 into your veins? You already had ice blood in your veins, so I don't know. But as long as they spell ice with a 3, this is an acceptable celebration. And finally, the third king, Kyle Anderson, steps up and, Kyle, you're on. Where's your gift, man? Ba-dong! Instant OK3. Alright, that's got a little bit of flair to it. Better late than never. They don't call him Slow-Mo for nothing. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you didn't enjoy this video, I promise I'll do better next time.